Danielle Bregoli, man. The man, the myth, the legend. Or the woman, the myth, the legend. I think she's still one of those that has, her head on her shoulders. She still identifies as a woman. But Danielle Bregoli, aka the woman, the myth, the legend. I know you may disagree with that, but trust me, in her own way, in her own regard, she is, okay? But she's only 19, and parents, where were they? Okay, but let's talk about this, okay?
Tough off the field, smoke his ass, nigga, tough up. Nigga, tough off the field, smoke his ass, nigga, tough up. Now let's be facts.
Okay, so first off, right? It just came out, some report came out, maybe last week, that she made 50 million from OnlyFans. Y'all heard what I said, right? Danielle Bregoli made 50 million from OnlyFans. I just want y'all to take that in right now, okay? 50 million from OnlyFans, bro. That is crazy to me. And I'm not even trying to diminish anything, because she did what she had to do to get it. That's 50 million. You can't take that from her. You can't deny it either, because she showed proof of that shit. But just thinking about that is crazy to me. But like I said, and this is a constant theme, she's only 19, okay? And there's a article that I'm gonna leave link in the description for it, okay? Her father came out and made a claim that I couldn't help but concur with that shit. I couldn't help but agree with him. So he said that she was groomed to be that way. He used the word porn star. I wasn't even gonna go that far. I mean, I don't know what the hell is on her OnlyFans. I'm not one of those, okay? I don't know what the hell is on there, but if that's what he's labeling her, then maybe whatever, okay? I'm not even gonna get into that. But the fact that he said that, I'm not even gonna front, I could really vehemently agree with that statement. And here's why I'll say that. She's 19 right now, okay? So that means that when she made that 50 million, she was 18. She just turned the legal age to be able to use OnlyFans, okay? You gotta be the legal age. So that means that pretty much, more likely than not, from the time that she became, Catch Me Outside, how about that? From that time to the time she was probably 17 or even 18, whatever the case is, she's had nothing but bad influences around her. But back to the intro, that's the parents, where were you? The father came out and said that she was being groomed, but shit, where the hell were you at? Because more likely than not, you wouldn't, if you was in her life, this shit wouldn't have happened. Okay? Now I know there was a time she was bragging about being rich, like, oh, I could take care of my family, all that shit. Okay, that's fine. But just like Jaden Smith, she is robbed of a childhood. Yeah, you're rich and famous and all of that shit, but from the time you was 13 to like 17, whatever the case is, you was dealing with adult shit that 13 to 17-year-olds shouldn't have to be dealing with. She was pretty much an adult from that damn Dr. Phil fiasco, pretty much, and then she got in the industry because she makes rap music too. Hear me out, it's actually not that bad. It was that one album I heard around the time when she first blew up, probably her first album. That shit was actually decent, okay? But besides that, she been in the industry from that time, nothing but bad influences. I'm sure she's had a bunch of older women making money doing, that shit on the internet, and she's like, oh, I can make money that way, and they probably all promoting that shit. She's been getting hit on by grown-ass adults, even when she was underage, all that shit she had to deal with and shit like that. And those men that was hitting on her and shit, they're not gonna be like, hey, you can change your life. Those guys that was hitting on her, they're not gonna be like, hey, you could change your life. Don't be like these other girls out here. They're not gonna be telling her that shit. I know them. They're not gonna be telling her that shit. You know what I'm saying? So she needed parental guidance. She needed parental figures. She didn't have that shit. And that's why she's where she is now. But I will say this, in her own regard, like I said before, she is something of legend, kind of, because she took the Catch Me Outside shit and made something of it, made a product of herself. You know what I'm saying? So I could actually respect it. But she definitely, like, this is not her. Honestly, I feel like this is definitely another case of bad influence around you, bad people around you supporting nasty and destructive habits, and you just falling a person falling victim of that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at what she was on the Dr. Phil episode compared to now, it's like a whole different person. The image, okay? The image is like a whole different person. Okay? I don't want to put that out there. But I want to know what y'all think about this. Like, do you think she was groomed? Like, groomed, honestly, that's a new term. You know? Like, the definition of that shit is so new now. It's like, it's almost going to become one of those buzzwords that people just like throwing around out there. But groomed is like, she was heading down a different path. And, you know, the bad and destructive people groomed her and brought her to a different path. You know, the more destructive path. Like, you know, hey, like grooming them. Like, hey, you know, like grooming her hair or some shit like that. This is just an image. This is just a visual. Like grooming her hair, like, hey, you know, you could make a lot of money on OnlyFans, right? You know, you could scam guys out of their money, right? You know, you could do that, right? That type of thing. That's her being groomed. I know that was happening. But like I said, I want to know what y'all think about this, okay? Like, comment, subscribe, anything you want to talk about with this, because who knows where she's gonna be like in another 10 years. She might deadass be depressed. Being robbed of your childhood is not a damn good thing. Her, just like Jaden Smith, robbed of a childhood. Danielle Bregoli was robbed of her childhood. Okay? So let me know what y'all think. If you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. Link in my description, book a consultation with me. Let's talk about this some more. Or anything you want to talk about. Relationship, working out, school, anything like that. Thank you. I'm video coming soon, man. Ah!